Right, just back from United States and I am shattered. I am completely jet lagged. But I just want to do a little video because I keep getting asked about Sesko, Benjamin Sesko. What do you know about Sesko? Do you think he'll come? What's happening? I don't know. Yeah, but if you had to predict what's going to happen, So here is what I know. Manchester United have put a bid in for him for 75 million euros. That's because he plays in the European Union, plus some potential add-ons. United feel that is a fair offer for a player who United have long watched and tried to sign several times. Manchester United are of the firm understanding that the player wants to move to Old Trafford. So this is a similar situation to Bryan Mbeumo. Not always been the case with players in recent years. So Frenkie de Jong, for example, there was agreement roughly between Man United and Barcelona, but the player never said they wanted to leave Barcelona or living in the city of Barcelona. So that's when it just went for too long, and then Manchester United signed Casemiro from Real Madrid because Casemiro always wanted to live near Central Library in Manchester. So Manchester United feel that their valuation is a fair one. It's a good one. And there is competition from Newcastle United, who have been very aggressive with their pricing. There's an air of desperation because they've had bids for their star striker, Isak. One from a team called Liverpool last week. I think I've said that right, Liverpool. And Newcastle have got money. They've failed to land the targets they've wanted in this transfer window. And Newcastle have done what Man United did with De Jong. They've gone to the club rather than to the player. And this may result in a couple of things. He may be priced out of a move this summer because RB, who will be loving this because they've got two Premier League clubs going for one of their players, ask for too much. The player may decide that he really wants to join Manchester United and dig his heels in, which is what Bryan Mbeumo did. And he might think, that's my dream, that's where I want to go to. Or his club may pressure him because Newcastle United are offering more money. Because as I said, Newcastle United have been very aggressive in the pursuit of the striker. And look, the Geordies can say, we can offer you Champions League football. We can offer you an empty trophy cabinet. Apart from one trophy, they're first since '69. Look, Newcastle are a big club. My own great uncle went to manage them, and I remember him speaking to Sir Matt Busby, who said, "You go there and they get 30,000 to watch the shirts dry." So Newcastle United have long had a big support, apart from in the early 90s when they had a crowd of 10,004 home to Oxford United. But look, I've always respected Newcastle United, but they don't have the pull of Manchester United, at least not traditionally. So I'm seeing it through slightly red-tinted spectacles, but you could understand why Benjamin Sesko would want to join Manchester United and live in Manchester. Newcastle's a good city, Manchester's a better city. So that's the situation. Manchester United feel that their valuation is a fair one. United have been watching Sesko for years, gone in for him at least twice, maybe even 3 times. He was the number one target. I said this in February on several podcasts when he wasn't even being talked about. He was the number one target last year. The number one of a top group of 3. And wasn't able to be done, partly because the agent, Sesko's agent, didn't want him to move when he was really young, because he correctly predicted that if he did well, then clubs like Manchester United would be back in for him, resulting in a bigger payday. And that could be absolutely justified if that's happened. So I cannot say now which club he's going to go to. I can only give you the hard evidence that I know and say that Manchester United feel that in a fair fight, they know the player wants to come and they've offered a lot of money for him. I've done a little article to explain where that money has come from, so you might want to read that. I'll put that out on my social media. But I really need to try and get over this jet lag. I'm going to do United We Stand. The first issue of the season is out of Arsenal. We've got some brilliant material in that. Loads you bought in the United States. And I'm going to open up a window tomorrow of 5 or 6 days where you can subscribe for the 10 issues we're going to put out this season. Going to hold the price as well, on same as last year. So if you like what we do, and loads you do, support what we do. Until next time, goodbye.